All right,
Heyo.
welcome. Probably Wrong podcast.
Probably wrong. Bow, 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 bow. Live from Jeff's house again.
Live from not. Sorry about the audio issue.
We're not on the
Welcome
Patreon.
to the Probably Wrong podcast.
Welcome back to the Probably Wrong podcast, everybody.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you guys so much for checking it out. We have extra episodes, and our entire old podcast is over on patreon.com/probably wrong. So go over there. You get over 150,000 episodes.
Patreon.com/probably wrong pod.
Probably wrong.
Probably wrong.
I don't know what the Patreon is.
Dude, I'm having such a hard time lately. Like, I have like tics where I'll like do accents. Like Fortnite accent is one I do a lot. I'll go into English accent. Have you met Louisa? She's a comic from the UK. She comes here pretty often. Mm-hmm. She's nice. And I'll do it to her. I'll be like, Louisa. And she'll be like, that's like offensive, right? I'm just like, yeah, but I do it to everybody.
You know it's offensive, right? Well, you should have won the war. How about that?
Yeah, it's like,
how about
I'm
you
like,
fuck off? How about that?
Grow up.
Yeah, hey, stop being British. Being British. Why do you talk like that?
Stop having an accent.
I can't do an accent or like freestyle and not make it gay. That's like the that's like
a sockeye dick, yeah.
That's like a white guy tick, is what
it is. It's like a white guy freestyling. Don't make it gay challenge. Impossible,
yeah.
like impossible level. Impossible.
Yeah.
It's as like a white guy who isn't like a fucking wig. It's like you can't take it seriously if you're gonna freestyle because you look corny. So like you have to say something gay. That way you can try. But also, like,
it's not embarrassing.
I'm clearly fucking around.
Yeah. You can't have bars and then just be like, I'm cool.
Yeah, no, you can't.
It's really tough to pull off.
Yeah.
And you can't even just make it funny because someone we've talked about on this pod, Weird Al, has ruined that for everybody.
Yeah.
You can't just be a funny freestyle.
I don't like, what I don't
also, like. Also, like Lil Dicky?
Yeah.
That doesn't, listen, can Lil Dicky spit? Yes.
Sure.
He's got bars. The whole like
back in his bitch with a little dick. He goes crazy.
Yeah, no, he can spit, but it's
sure.
Like it's just like being like, I'm a funny freestyler. It's like, nah, I don't.
Funny rap has a real expiration date to it. It's eventually like I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you guys watch the show Dave?
Oh,
I watched the first season.
It's so good, dude. It made me cry.
Dave.
The part where Gaeta admits that he's bipolar is fucking great.
It's a good show. And have you seen? I mean, is it the end of the second season?
The freestyle thing. When Allie breaks up with him.
No, the second season. I mean, spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you haven't seen all of,
there's like this whole.
It came out in 2017.
There's this whole back and forth with like Lil Dicky. He's gonna perform and he's trying to do this big crazy thing. And then at the end, he just decides to like bring Gaeta out with him, and like Gaeta's like crying. And then he comes out, like the stage comes up and he's like on stage with him, and it gives me goosebumps talking about it, dude. It legit made me cry. It's so good.
There's
dude.
a scene.
It's so good.
They do a Pavlov's dog thing with you on the first season, which I really like because the whole thing at the end of every episode it goes
Pavlov.
Yeah.
What did I say?
What did you say?
Pavlo, which is a helicopter.
Pavlo?
You're gone and I gotta stay high all the time.
That song also used to make me cry.
Who is that?
I have no idea.
That's something like Pavlo too.
I don't know.
What's the girl who sings that song?
I don't know, man.
Tavlo? You're high, you're gone and I gotta stay high all the time to keep you
Tovlo.
Tovlo. Okay.
Tovlo.
All right. So anyways, that whole first season conditions you of Dave when they end. They go, "Hi, I'm Dave." It's like the end credit.
Yes, yeah.
And then at the very end of the first season, he goes on to the Breakfast Club and he's freestyling.
And it's quiet.
And it gets really. And then he's like, "And if you want to ask me what my name is," and then he's like, and then Charlemagne the God goes, "What's your name?" And then it cuts to the end, the blank screen, and the whole credits. Every episode is ended prior going, "Hi, I'm Dave." And it hits like, even like the way they transition to it, you fill it in your head, but they don't do it. Mm-hmm. So you go, "Hi, I'm Dave," in your own brain because you expect it. And it's like, you just tricked me. I don't like that, dude.
It's such a good show.
You're gone and I gotta stay high all the time.
Yo,
to
I
keep
have
you
like
off
such
my
a
mind.
sad memory with that song. Like, dude, that
It
song.
was 2014.
No, for
was
real,
fingering
dude.
it.
Like, I remember. No, it's so much darker than that. I don't even
Oh,
want to
God.
talk about it. But I just remember like that song would make me cry.
Do you still go to meetings?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I'm
What
active.
happened to that song?
Dude, no. It's I shouldn't have even brought it up. It's like
Don't do
so.
that.
I
dude.
gotta know now.
It's guys. It's so dark. You guys are gonna have to.
We'll
it's,
strap in.
I mean,
Is the vibe gonna switch the whole episode?
it's gonna change the vibe.
Do it
Yeah.
then. Do
Change
it.
the vibe.
No, this is a real vibe. Yeah, there's no
Change
vibe.
the vibe.
I was
Change
so as you guys know, I was a drug addict,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and I've talked about this with you guys. I just don't remember. I had a girlfriend who died of cancer, and then that song came out shortly after. I was addicted to drugs and sad because my girlfriend died, and that song.
It resonates.
You're gone and I gotta stay high all the time. And it's like a party song. Everybody's partying. And like I would just be at houses with people like doing Molly and shit. And I'd just be like on Oxy and just be like depressed. And they'd play that song and it would like make me cry. I'd have to like leave and like I'd have to like sit in the bathroom and be like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it was just
Is that
so
do you
sad,
think that
dude.
that's I'm not trying to take it a dark turn, do you? But do you think that's one of the catalysts of why you started using drugs is because of her death?
I was already a drug addict before she died.
Okay.
But it definitely made it worse. Yeah,
course,
for
of
sure.
course.
I mean,
Yeah.
especially when you have like such a like object, like an emotion that
Yeah.
like you can just feel the drugs make better.
Right. Well, so the way that not to this is gonna get sad, but not to. Whenever my dad talked to me when I had a cousin who died when I was like 14, my dad talked to me and he was like, "Well, when the way that like it's like a void when you lose somebody, it's like a void.
Yeah.
And then there's no way. It's like a hole, and there's no way to go through it. Like you'll never be able to go into the like and get the person back. You can only walk around it, and it's always going to be there. It's always going to, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then shrink and shrink and shrink, and it goes in waves.
Well, yeah.
And so when you find something that feels like it's a bridge over it, like you're like, oh, I could, and then you rely because I started drinking a lot when I was like 14 because of it, and it's like when you figure out a way to get over the void, it feels like it's never actually.
Alcoholic Josh is a really funny.
Alcoholic 14-year-olds are really funny. I didn't want to laugh. I didn't want to laugh because you were spilling real shit, and I love you, and I don't want to.
I don't give a shit.
I don't want to laugh at. I don't want to laugh at. There wasn't really anything
but
funny
it is
there.
funny to think
I don't
of, like,
want to
14
trivia.
14-year-old vegan fucked up
Just pouring up like Sunny D in
My-
your dad's brandy.
Yeah, my
Just,
dad's blackberry brandy. I'm getting hammered in the garage. It's negative 20 degrees out. Iowa.
It's very funny to be like blackout drunk and exploring your body for the first time. You're like, my friends don't know, dude. I'm gonna put a finger in there. Man.
What did you do when you were drunk? I didn't do that, dude. I just played RuneScape for like 15
he should
hours.
have Sharpies in his ass.
Yeah, but he
I
does that
did.
sober.
I do that sober.
Yeah,
Dude,
you should just get a sex
I do
toy.
that sober.
Man, you know what's really bad? I'm glad he's at the gym right now and he can't hear this. He had my buddy's in town. He's sleeping on the pull-out couch. Boy, I've cranked him on that couch.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, you talking about the couch that I brought over? Anyway, that's supposed to be
you
in
mean
here.
the mystery couch? Like, dude, the sins that could have been committed on that couch before you got
Yeah,
it.
what we
and then
need
you
to
add
do-
to it. It is funny to think about you just nutting all over yourself on that couch
We
and then
need to
being
get
like, here, I got a bed for you.
We need to get that couch in that corner, get curtains behind us and behind you.
I agree.
And then it'll look like a real studio.
And then we can crank him out on that couch.
And then we can crank out
That's good Patreon content.
Patreon.com
If we're trying to think of good
probably wrong
Patreon,
pod.
dude, a drunk 14-year-old, so funny.
yeah.
Dude, I had like an actual. Well, it wasn't like a real. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird because I could always stop. That's the difference. I would do
Yeah.
it, but I could just go. Oh, I'm not.
You
it's
don't
this-
have a physical
Addiction.
That's where I am with my drinking now. Is I don't have a physical dependency on
Right.
alcohol. I haven't drank in 4 days. Like I don't need to drink to like function,
But it's fun.
but drinking it helps my like mental issues. Because I have pretty bad depression. I have pretty bad like social anxiety, but all of that goes away when I'm drunk.
Well, when
Yeah,
I moved out
100%.
Here, I used it as a coping mechanism for sure. I used to get fucked up. Do you remember that? I would be fucked up.
It's like a plastic bottle of Svedka.
And I would just, I'm just like, I'm fucked up.
He would just drink it and be like, and then play Madden with me.
I'm like, I'm getting no spots out here.
Yeah. just drinking it with Sunny D.
That's
and being like,
that's a real
up?
depressive episode. Like I have 0 spots this week. I was supposed to be on East tomorrow, and that show got canceled.
Yeah,
which is fine, but it's just like last week I had like 8 spots.
Yeah,
and then it's just
Austin, baby.
Yeah, and it is what it is. It's like it's not like I'm never gonna get fucking spots again, but it's just that like I moved out here for a specific reason, and that isn't happening this week.
I mean,
it's like,
yeah,
fuck.
I mean, I feel like weirdly lost when I like don't have I don't have a spot tonight, and I'm like, well, what am I gonna do?
Dude, I did the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still gotta go. Am I still gonna go out and try to get one, or do I just enjoy having a Friday off? But then, like, what
That's
do I
the
do?
difficulty of not having like my wife here is like,
Right.
all the people that I know here are comics, so it's like I can't like if it's at night and I don't have spots, I can be like, yo, what are you doing? It's like they're busy.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like like when I was in Florida living with my ex. No shows tonight on a weekend? Great. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go out. Let's have dinner.
Yeah.
Let's meet up with friends. Let's go play pool with our buddy or whatever. It's like here, it's like I don't really have that. It's almost like our lives are meaningless without comedy.
Welcome back to the Probably
I mean,
Wrong
that's
podcast.
that's the depressing part about going, putting all of your eggs in one basket is like sometimes that basket isn't available.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's my basket. And if I don't have that basket today, I don't do anything.
Yeah. Dude, the amount of thigh meat you're showing right now is crazy,
wild,
dude.
We can't.
No, dude.
I've been, you know what I've been doing? I've been doing burpees a lot, boys.
Why?
Good.
Prison workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Just-
afraid of going to prison. I've been thinking about going to prison a lot, and I'm afraid of it. And so I want to get the keys to the yard.
Don't
if
commit
I go to prison.
crimes.
You'd be fine. Yeah. You'd be fine in prison, dude.
No, but I want to get the keys to the yard.
the Aryans would take you in immediately.
Yeah, they would.
yeah.
You'd have
you
a
guys
gang.
think that I'd make friends in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
wouldn't
think
be cool
you'd-
guys,
I
but
think
you'd
you'd-
make friends.
Yeah.
I would be.
You'd have to tone it down a bit. You'd have to dial it back just a bit.
You have to cosplay as a Nazi for 3 years. Like if you get arrested as a white guy, you're just like, I had a weird Nazi phase. I was just
Yeah.
trying to fit
Hey, what's
in.
this gap in your resume? Oh, that was
Crazy.
I would be
fart.
shocked if that didn't get picked up on the audio. Because these mics are pretty good, but they're pretty
are
close
pretty
to you.
good.
You can't hear. Jeff just pooped his pants.
Yeah.
Pooted. Dude, I played Conker's Bad for Day. I did Jake Rika's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys play Conker's Bad for Day growing up?
Yeah.
No.
So
I don't
it's
even know what that is.
So Rockstar made a video game back in 1999.
Not Rockstar.
Yeah, it was. I will bet the house it's Rockstar.
Do you want to bet
Bet
money on
something
will
this?
real.
bet
Bet
money
something
on
real.
this.
That Conquer Bad Fur Day, it's made by Rare.
It's Rockstar.
It's made by Rare.
It's Rockstar.
Conquer bad. What is it?
Conquer's
Conquer's
Bad
Bad
Fur
Fur
Day
Day.
is not made
What's
by
Fur Day?
Rockstar.
If you are like his hair, like a hair day, fur day.
We want to see who it was made
It was
by.
it was made by Rockstar. I'll bet $5 on it.
Okay, I'll bet $5 on that.
Developer? Is that who we're looking at?
Mm-hmm.
It's Rare.
Rockstar, incorrect. It's Rockstar involved at all.
No.
Let me look.
It's
Let me
definitely
see.
on there, dude. I'm almost positive.
Conquer's Bad Fruit. It doesn't say. When I look up Rockstar, nothing comes up.
What's their giant? What's Rare's symbol? Is it a giant R?
Yeah.
I always thought that was Rockstar.
Oh.
There are 2 companies that start with R, and their logo has an R in it.
God damn it, dude.
I wish you guys had actually bet something. I knew
Five,
Jeff
five.
was going to get that.
I
That's
don't
his,
want it.
That's his
Yeah, I wasn't gonna
The
ask. for it either.
satisfaction of being right is all I need.
God
baby.
damn
Yeah, isn't it so
we
good?
played Conker's Bad for Day though, and that game, if you play it again, it was the shit back in the early '90s. It was like or like the late '90s. It was like a bad boy game.
Yeah,
It was like a game where
it
you-
was essentially Banjo Kazooie, but it had like sex jokes and
Dude,
that
there's a
kind of
whole
thing.
mission. Conker's Bad for Day. The first mission, you have to get bees to go over to a sunflower because this king bee wants to see a sunflower's tits. And you have to get small
Wow.
bees to go over to her to tickle her, so that way she's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And she just got huge tits. And I was playing this, and I was like 5, and I replayed it this past
Whoa.
week with Jake. We were like, I did his podcast where you like play a video game and like whatever. And dude, that game's that game was crazy. They do a D-Day reenactment, and it's like the Omaha beach landing.
So funny.
But it's squirrels that are Nazis. in like the pill bunkers with the machine guns, and it's just a bunch of squirrels and like, or it's teddy bears. It's teddy bears that are teddy bears are the Germans in pill boxes with machine guns, and they're shooting down at like the squirrels on the beach landing,
And they're like bleeding out and being like,
yeah, dude, it's nuts. There's like dudes like your squirrel friend is like getting his arm blown off, and you're like watching it. It does the Saving Private Ryan thing where it's like, and it like focuses in, like it's like supposed to simulate like, you know, like
That's awesome.
flight or flight, and you're like watching squirrels blow up and shit. And I'm like, I played this when I was 6. My parents bought this for me.
Yeah.
that was the controversy around that game, is because it was made by Rare, who made like Banjo-Kazooie and that kind of shit, and it looked like one of those types of
Like
games.
a kid's game.
But then, yeah, it's like you see tits and they're like exploding, their heads are coming off. That was like the whole thing about it. It was like a Trojan horse.
Dude, such a sick game. The teddy bears are Nazis is so funny.
Yeah.
You make squeeze the trigger.
Well,
Do you
video
remember
game-
that, dude? You'd shoot. You get a headshot off of if you're a teddy bear and you shoot somebody in the head. A German voice goes, "Squeeze the trigger."
That's so crazy. I love that though.
It's such a sick
I used to
game.
pick up prostitutes in GTA all the time and jerk off.
You could just to the car rocking,
Yeah,
and then
you can't-
you spin the camera around.
You
They're both
try to
just-
spin the camera around, but you can't
They're
get
both
anything.
just, like, sitting like this.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't.
We watched South Park the movie from like 99 or whenever that came out, and it brought back memories of, if you remember, Kenny dies in the movie,
Yeah.
and then he goes up to heaven, and then he gets denied and he flies down to hell. But
Little
as
boy,
he's
go to hell.
Yeah.
That song.
he's a little boy. When he's flying up to heaven, there's all those like women with huge tits. I jerked off to that as a kid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy what I used to jerk off to.
I used to call. So my dad had these porno mags, and I found them, and so I would call. They had like sex hotline numbers in the back, and I would call that, but you need a credit card. So I didn't have a credit card. I didn't have access to a credit card. So I would just jerk off to like the menu of like, if you want to talk to hot ladies. And I was like, this is enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's all
then
you need.
you're on the home phone, so you just have to hope nobody picks up the other line.
You have
Like-
You have to hope nobody's trying to use the internet.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Just a breathy woman in your ear is all it really. And now it's like, dude, imagine, like, you ever see those like
Put a finger in my ass
Yeah.
or something, lady.
the porn previews now where it's like jerk off with real people, and it's like a girl like flicking her bean. It's like, this does nothing for me.
I went through a cam phase when I was like, when I first got sober. I would like watch porn on my laptop, and then I got into like cam girls. I never spent money, but there was something about it being a real person who's probably trapped in like a sex cave somewhere.
What's up, chat? Are we coming today?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Thanks for the sub.
Yeah.
But sex cam girls treating it like a Twitch streamer.
So funny.
I'll use the bigger dildo if we can get 50 gifted right now.
Yeah.
50 gifted guys. I'll bring out Blackzilla if you guys. I'll bring out the power drill.
Well, I like now the ads before porn videos are like, they're done by AI. So
Yeah.
they'll mispronounce stuff. They'll be like, wanna jerk off with hot womans today.
Mm-hmm.
Click link. Hot sexy girls willing to drive 10 mins for like, it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I don't like how the porn previews cater to the category you're watching now. I don't like how it's like, if you're watching like
wanna
MILF
jerk
porn,
off with hot trans.
it like knows if you're watching like
Trannies.
MILF porn. It's like
yeah.
it's like hot older ladies want to come too, and you're like,
I
"Oh,
hate
like
this
that."
one. Willing to fuck ugly women. The fuck? Yeah.
Like,
what do you,
Sometimes, I guess.
sometimes, but
Are you 3 beers in?
I don't get who is falling for that.
People, uncles.
Yeah,
Uncles
uncles.
fall for
It's gotta be, right?
Uncles
It's uncles-
get
it's uncles-
ripped by those.
Dude, it's uncles who share the Facebook AI images as well that are like, this fallen troop, can this fallen troop get 40,000 likes?
Yeah.
And it's just clearly like half a guy that's like mismatched. His
Yeah.
arm, his hand's got 17 fingers on one hand, and it's like,
There was
I mean, if you check your Instagram message requests, half of them are like group chats for
Yeah.
like porn bots. And it's like, who the fuck falls for these? But if you ever click it, it's like you and then 1,000 other people in these
Yeah.
chats. It's like, statistically, all they need is to send out 100 of those a day with 1,000 people in each one. It's like, You get 2 clicks. That's 2 dudes' credit cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I saw
numbers
one
game.
I saw one there's this old lady. You guys might remember who did comedy in Florida, like old, like 70 years old. And she shared something recently that was like Friday. It was like
Kind of hot old lady.
I mean, used to be hot. She's definitely not hot now. She's like old. She's like grandma old.
Okay. I don't know if
Um,
we're thinking of the right lady.
And she shared a thing that it was like this year Halloween falls on Friday the 13th, which is if you take the numbers, it adds to 6. And it's like, and then like all the comments are like, there's literally not even a Friday the 13th in October this year. But she shared it and she was like creepy, like spooky. It's like, how fucking dumb do you have to be? And then there's people like, because there's the comments of the original post where everybody's like, none of this is right. But then there's comments of other dumb old people on her post being like, this is the sign that we have to vote for Donald Trump this year. How did you take this?
Remember,
and go,
Obama's the Antichrist.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the tan suit was really the problem.
There was an episode on the History Channel. There was a show on the History Channel that was like depicting, and it was like predictions of who the Antichrist would be. I remember watching it in like 2006.
Oh yeah, and it probably
was
scared
Obama.
the shit out of you as a kid.
I was
yeah,
10, and it was literally like Obama might be the Antichrist.
those
How did that
Illuminati.
make it into the U.S. History Channel?
Those like Illuminati YouTube videos used to get me so like they got me, dude.
Dude, I
They
would get
got
like
me.
legitimately scared. Do you ever remember watching how it's like the Denver airport is like the Illuminati's like bunker?
Yeah.
It's like all these scary.
If you look from an aerial view,
there
it's
is really
Nazi.
weird like creepy art that they have in the Denver
Every
airport.
single one of those videos, whether it
horse
doesn't matter
fell down and killed
what
people.
conspiracy theory it is. It could be about aliens. It could be about the Illuminati. It could be about the devil and Satan and the Antichrist. It does not matter which one. You watch those 45-minute YouTube documentaries, skip about 3/4 of the way through. Every time, without fail, they're like, so this is where Israel comes into play. You're like, oh, fuck.
Or like, yeah, it's always that. I remember watching one. Remember when Tyler the Creator Yonkers came out and they had the music video? I remember watching like breakdowns of why like proving that he's in the Illuminati, and they broke down like the music video, and it would like keep me up. I would be creeped out.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's very funny. I was talking to Casey last night, and we were making fun of Alex Jones. And then I was like, there's always that moment when you're talking with white guys about Alex Jones. Because it always starts out like, dude, it's the funniest shit ever. To see a guy get red in the face being like, Hillary Clinton is an intergalactic demon trying to make your kids trans.
Yeah.
It's like, it's funny to see a guy who believes in that and he gets red in the face and cries about it. He's one of the funniest people. But if you talk about that with white guys, there is always a moment where someone's like, he's not wrong all the time, though.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. They're like, yeah, he did fuck up the Sandy Hook thing, but
There's always that
he
moment.
was right about that. Yeah.
Bring up Alex Jones in a green room, and every comic in there is like, dude, so fucking funny. There will be a dude in that green room who's like, he was right about this though.
Yeah.
Like, it always happens without fail.
Technically,
He was.
well, here's the thing: you throw out 1,000 theories, one of them's gonna stick.
Yeah, for sure.
So
It's
that is the thing where it's like, it's literally,
numbers game.
he is literally doing the porn bot thing.
Yeah.
He is Instagram DM porn bot for crazy conspiracy
Dude,
theories. It's like if I say 1,000 crazy things and one of them is right, it proves that I'm not always wrong.
My parents, to go back to the Facebook thing, my parents share a Facebook account. Like they don't have like a.
Does your mom not trust your dad?
What's up?
Does your mom not
My dad
trust your
doesn't know
dad?
how to use the internet.
That makes sense.
And my mom and him, it's not like Mike and Cheryl's for like, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that. It's just my mom has one and she'll post stuff of my dad, and then my dad will reply to comments sometimes. It's like what it
Gotcha.
is. And my dad always falls for those fucking clink links, and it's always, I've gotten like 4 messages from my mom that are like those DMs that like once they fall for it sends it to everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's literally like, see this girl's tits, and it's like, it's my mom sending it to me, but it's because my dad clicked on it. And so my mom is getting like, my mom's blasting messages to everybody she knows, which is basically being like, Mike fell for another porn trick. Hey, hey, Mike fell for another. Click on this to see this girl's tits.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what's
And
I
it's
never told my family this, but well, I mean, if my mom listens to this, which I don't think she does, but you know now, a couple of years before my grandparents died, they had a computer. They didn't know what the fuck to do with it, but my grandfather was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this thing. It doesn't work. You know, whatever. He actually never swore in his life, but I went over to his house and I was like trying to fix his computer, and he was getting porn pop-ups. So like I would like go to like I went on Google on his computer try to figure out what the issue was, and he got like a porn pop-up, and it was like a chick, and she was naked, and she just had her face was glazed in cum, and I was like, and I look over, and he was just like. I was like, oh,
It's funny
man,
to
he-
include the detail. He never swore.
Yeah.
He did
It was-
obsessively watch porn.
It was just so like out of character for him because he was such
That's
a
so
prim and
funny,
proper
yeah.
guy, and it was just like because he was right next to me. He knew I didn't pull that up,
Of course.
and it was just like, all right, dirty
Alright,
dog, I see
you
it.
did
All right,
that.
all right. I clicked it off, and I was just like, I think you got to wipe it. Man.
I remember the first time I ever got. I was like, I don't know, 3rd grade, and my buddy, my neighbor, we went to we were using his computer, and we were trying to Google Pam Anderson tits, and we Googled Pam Anderson tits, and it was the first time ever I got hit with like a spam pop up, and it was like the FBI knows you're searching for this. It was like one of those things.
No.
And dude, we panicked. We shut his computer off, and then we told his mom that like we were like there was a virus, and then she just looked up what we were looking up, and then we all had a meeting. His mom, my mom, us being like, boys, you cannot be looking at Pam Anderson's tits. And it's like, hey lady,
I'm gonna.
hey lady,
Well,
I'm gonna. Look
have
at
I
Pam
told
Anderson.
you-
I like how she's almost defending Pam Anderson. She's like, this is a respectable lady. It's like
Yeah.
she posed for like Playboy a bunch of times. Like,
hey, she got fucked by Tommy Lee on camera and then released the
like
video.
a lot of people like it's as if she's like, you can't be looking up for your teacher's tits. It's like
Yeah.
it's Pam Anderson.
Listen, you can't look up Nancy Pelosi's tits.
Yeah, listen, we can't have you.
Ruth
Google-
Bader Ginsburg. You cannot look at her tits like that. Well, I've told you
Where
about,
Rosa Parks' tits. out.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've
Rosa
told
Parks
you
tits
guys
near
this,
me.
but like I got caught like in the span of a week looking up on YouTube on my dad's laptop how to roll a blunt on YouTube. And then that was like a thing where they were like, and I didn't even know where to buy weed at this point. But then I also was looking up porn, and because I was like 14 or 15, I was looking up 16-year-old girls porn.
Oh yeah,
And my
yeah.
dad was like, dude,
yeah. I think that's
fucking cut it out.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna get in trouble.
I think
Yeah.
that's a common because I did that too. Because
I think
you
we've all-
you wanted
and
to
like
find
even like Nate Marshall has a joke about it where it's
Yeah.
like because like it's
I tried to do that for a while, and then I saw him do it. And I was
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah.
that's that. But it's like, yeah, I feel like a lot of young kids, like, you don't know. I was like 13, 14. I wanted to see girls my age because
Yeah.
every girl in porn is way older than you. They don't
Yeah.
look like the girls that like I would
Yeah,
be hooking up with, which
Right.
at the time was just like kissing.
yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? It's like they don't look like I'm not making out with a 28-year-old lady.
Yeah.
I want to see girls my age. I think kids do that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I got a son on the way. He's gonna
Yeah.
put me in federal prison.
Yeah.
I answer the door. It's cops. I'm like, it was my son. They're like, look at you.
Dude, did I tell you guys?
My son's gonna fuck me.
Have I told you the story about me going to jury duty? When I got pulled on jury duty for a case where a guy was failing to pay child support. And
Rockstar.
yeah, and we get there, and the guy's getting tried for failure to pay child support, and the defense he's like pleading guilty. He's like, I did it, like no contest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whatever. But I don't know the judicial system well. I don't know why they did this because this definitely happened. They pulled in witnesses to like testify. And even though he was like,
I ain't seen this motherfucker pay for a thing in a
No,
year and a half, dude.
it was his baby mama, and so his baby mama
Seems like maybe not the person you want testifying.
well, so she testified to us, and it was like she went up there and was like, this motherfucker never paid me a fucking thing. She's a white lady, by the way. And she was like, she's like,
What was he?
white guy.
Huh.
And white guy with a ponytail.
It's a class
Oh.
thing.
And white guy ponytail, not a good, not a great guy to have, not a great guy to be in the judicial system because you're like
Also,
you
not
did
a good guy to let
Fuck
nut inside of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And so he goes, but he's like, he's like on trial, and he's like, I did it, and whatever. But the baby mama's trying to pull in facts about child porn. Have I
Whoa,
never told
no.
this?
Whoa.
What?
So
he was supporting children in a way.
so she's talking about bringing like crazy, and so she comes in and he's on the stand. Or she gets called in as a witness, and then she's like, "This motherfucker, he went to county jail for 3 days, Your Honor. And you know what I found on his computer? I found this flash drive, and it was covered, and it was full of child." And the guy was like, "Okay, this has nothing to do." Like the judge is like, "This has nothing to do with this. You can't bring this up. This is like not a different. This
That's
is a different
probably why
thing."
he pled guilty so quick.
Yeah,
He was like, I'm guilty. Let's just wrap this thing up.
Wrap it up. And so then
I haven't paid a dime,
So
Your
listen,
Honor.
but
I'll
listen.
do it. I'll pay back.
So then he's in jail when this supposedly happens. And then they were like, and she finds this thing. Well, then the judge is like, stop bringing this. Like, you can't, only things pertaining to this case.
Right.
Then he's like, she keeps swearing. The lady the witness keeps being like, motherfuck this, motherfuck that. And the judge is like, stop swearing. It's going to be a mistrial. If you keep swearing, it's going to be a mistrial. You're already bringing up things like the jury, we got pulled aside by the judge. And he basically was like, you can't let what that lady said affect your decision on this child support thing, like whatever. And so then her sister gets brought in after he had like a council meeting, was like, if another outburst happens, this is bad. Like, we can't have another outburst. Then the sister of the lady gets brought in, and she walks in and she's like, that man right there is guilty. He was and then like immediately, and it was a mistrial. And it was just, I was a part of a mistrial.
Just because people can't behave.
Yeah. And
That's so funny.
Also, I think they were framing him. The whole thing that I brought up at the CP was I think they were framing him because he went to county jail. And when he was in county jail, he was locked away for like a couple of days. And mysteriously, while he's the guy who hasn't paid this lady child support in 3 years, all of a sudden has a flash drive full of that on it.
Now, the question is, does that mean that lady had to find that CP and get it?
I got child porn right here, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have it right here.
Plug it in.
And then just arrest her.
Yeah,
But it was a wild court. I was like
That's
18. I was on
crazy.
jury duty with my cousin too, which was interesting.
That's weird.
Because it's like, what are the odds of that?
How small of a town was this in? Was this in
Mason
Mason City?
30,000 people. So even then, the odds are pretty significantly. I mean, it's not
slim, but
it's slim. It's not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
Both him and I were like, this is great.
Yeah, that's nuts.
We were both laughing the whole time.
Dude,
Of
that's
course.
the funniest thing in the world.
Dude, having your boy on jury duty with you is so funny.
Have you guys seen the videos of like the old judge who's like nice and lets people go all the time?
Yeah.
What's going on there? Why are they filming every court interaction that guy has?
I don't
fake.
know.
Has to be fake.
I don't think it is.
No, it's real. He's a real judge.
He seems real. It could be. He seems like he could be scripted because he's so nice. The people in the courtroom are not on a script for sure, because they'll just be like about to incriminate themselves and he'll be like, no, stop. It'll just be some guy be like, did I blow the red light? Yeah. And he's like, stop. I'm trying to let you go because I need views on my TikTok. Like,
Listen, the monetization off this video is going to make way more than just fucking
I'm
speeding
like,
ticket.
what is happening where they set up a film crew in this courtroom for this guy to be like, I know that you robbed the 7-Eleven, but I believe in second chances.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this? What's happening here?
It is very scary that everything is content now.
Yeah, like that being content.
That shouldn't
is
be
crazy.
content.
I had a schizophrenic thought the other day when I was walking, which was I was walking my dog and I'm walking by all of our neighbors' houses, and every house I'm passing,
They weren't just lined up on the sidewalk.
Yeah, they were all hovering. I was walking by all the neighbors' houses, and I kept seeing ring cams on every single one. And every single time I take a step, it would light up because I was like in the frame or whatever. And it was freaking me out. I don't know what it was. I was getting paranoid for no reason. I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't anything. Nothing was in. But it was just the concept of like I'm walking, and every other house, I'm being recorded across the street. I'm being recorded here. Every
It
step
is-
is like recorded.
And everybody's phone who's connected to that ring
Is getting a
camera
notification.
is pinging that you're
Yeah.
walking by.
yeah.
It is a weird thing. Like there are cameras
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Can't even
Yeah.
commit crimes anymore.
It's-
That's like when
spooky.
you were saying on one of the previous episodes that you could like get away with a murder. It's like there's zero chance.
You know what freaks me out about living here specifically in this building is like, dude, this complex is fucking empty.
like there's nobody. that lives-
Nobody lives here. That's why, I mean, you just moved into a complex. Like, that's why every place has like deals and move-in deals and first month free. And if you refer somebody, you get a free month. And it's like, because they're struggling so bad to get people to move into these complexes. And it's like, dude, I never see my neighbors. There's like an
Yeah.
old guy at the end who like, for some reason brings his furniture out to like the grass and sits there and then
Old
brings
person
it in
thing.
at night. Such an old guy thing to do.
Yeah.
He's the only person I ever see. Everybody else, it's like it's a weird ghost town where it's like I live in just this unit, but this whole complex is like me and an old guy.
Like you're like Truman Show.
Yeah, it's like it's just
Is-
me in
Is
here.
this just like a? Is it like a Twilight Zone?
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
If
We're
you
all
talk to
people.
the, if you ever talk to the old guy, you'll find out that like, well, nobody's lived here for
Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah, and then he disappears, and you go,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're, yeah.
He goes, "Well, Jeffrey." I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
how the
You're
fuck do you
like,
know
hey,
who I
man,
am?"
it's like crazy that like nobody really lives here, right? And he's like, nobody's supposed to live here, Jeffrey. And you're like, what?
He's
Dude,
like-
that actually gave me goosebumps just saying that. That would freak me out so bad. It was like, well, nobody's supposed to live here. And then he just disappears. He just fades away.
He takes you into his apartment, and it's your apartment.
No, fuck. Yeah,
He
I
just-
have Indian
Every
neighbors.
picture frame has pictures of me, and I'm like, where's this picture from? I've never been to Disneyland. Well,
It-
how is this in here? He's like,
You've
there have been other Jeffreys that have lived here.
Yeah.
The Jeffrey and the Jeffrey before you have lived here. I hear you have a son on the way.
Oh, fuck.
Possibly Jeffrey Jr.
Oh no.
He's the next one.
Jeffrey the Third.
This is his high school graduation photo.
And you're not in it.
I'm not in it.
It's his.
No.
And then it shows.
It's your wife and some other guy. You're like,
No, it's your son's graduation photo, and then his son. You see through. You get to see the next generation's generation.
That's just me. That's just 80-year-old me over
We
there.
should write a
Oh.
horror film.
You're like, he was.
We can
and
make a
and then
good
the old
horror.
guy is like, he was so happy on that day. And you're like, how do you know that? He's like, well, I was there.
I was there.
Well, I am him.
I
You're
was
an old
there.
black guy.
I
I'm
was.
him.
I'm you, Jeffrey. Colleen really likes the blacks.
He like lifts up. You have the same. You have the same birthmark.
Colleen really likes the black guys, doesn't she?
Does she still fake cum? That'll end soon.
Oh man, that's so funny.
This is your
Skull.
future. By the way, stop getting ironic rap tattoos.
I am future you.
Mhm. Also, this is the height of real estate for you. You never move out of a two-bedroom apartment.
You live at the Patton East forever.
This is
Your soul will reside here. I know because I'm you. Oh, that's so creepy.
Anyways, I have to go do a spot at East Austin tonight.
I barked for 4 hours. You're like,
Anyways.
fuck, I'm barking.
Anyways, I have to go bark
Anyways.
for Maggie Mays. I'll be back.
We have a new tag for the DMV bit. Yes, we're still doing that.
One bit every 40 years.
No, dude. I had a moment the other day sitting in my apartment. I came home. I've had a real nightmare with my apartment so far. But I came home and my whole apartment smelled like food. And I out loud went, I have Indian neighbors. and I'm not wrong. I do. There's an Indian family that lives down, but they were cooking and it like my apartment smelled like I cooked food in it. And it smelled great. But like I was just like, damn, dude, my apartment's been a fucking nightmare. I mean, it hasn't. It's not like, but I mean, you guys know I got my car towed. And then I woke up on Labor Day morning and my car was towed. So my leasing office wasn't there. I Ubered down to where the towing company was, realized I forgot my wallet, Ubered back to my apartment. Also realized that like an Amazon package had been stolen off of my front porch, which was not super cool.
Rough.
Amazon sent me another one for free, obviously, because they're like $1 billion company, so they do that. But I also realized how easy it is to just be like, I didn't get this, and they'll just send you a new one for free. And then they have this option on Amazon. These fucking idiots. They're like, if we'll send you a return label, if the other one shows up, just send it back. It's like, you think I'm fucking dumb?
Just
You think
suck my dick.
You think I'm gonna get the package that went missing, the $100 in pots and pans, and I'm just gonna go, well, Amazon wants this back.
You think I'm not gonna have 2 crock pots?
Yeah, exactly. so then they won't reimburse me. It was $250 to get my car out. They gave me $100 off rent next month, and they forgot to give me my parking sticker. But the girl who works there is like, it's in the packet that I give everybody when we move in. I'm like, I know that you're unwilling to believe that you didn't do your job properly, but the parking sticker is like this big and it's bright silver. It's like
I wouldn't have fucked that up.
I didn't lose it. I remember what she gave me, and they're just wrong, and it cost me $250, and they're just like, that sucks.
Yeah,
Crazy.
You know what you need? A lady.
Dude,
Because a lady will fight that.
No, dude, my girl would cry.
Your girl wouldn't.
She
When I moved in here, because I moved, I saw this place once. I toured a place. All of the display units have hardwood floors. But when I moved here, this place was carpeted, and I told my wife that they replaced these floors in a week. They were like she was like, all of the photos that you sent had wood floors. We have a dog. We're not moving into a place that has carpet. You bait and switched us. They came and replaced these things in a week.
They redid the floors in this unit. It
Yes.
wasn't like they moved
Is
you
that
to
why
another
it smells
unit.
new in here? It smells new. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has a smell in here.
The
Mine
floors are
also
new.
has that kind of smell
Well,
because
they're-
they painted everything, and it's
These floors are like 3 months old at this point. But yeah, when I moved in here, the only things that had wood floors were the bathrooms.
You're right, but the right kind of woman, you're right, Will. I went to bat for myself. I tried to be nice, but I was very firm, and I was like, because it's one girl. I've never seen another employee other than this girl who helped me move in, helped me sign my lease, is always in the office. She's there 9 to 5. Never seen another employee at this apartment complex. And I was like, Kim, I know you run this place. I know you do a bunch of things. I know you do your job well, but I told her, I was like, when I moved in, I had my clothes, I had a bed, and that's it. I didn't lose the sticker in the midst of all the things I moved in. The first night I slept here, I slept on a bed, and that was the only thing in my apartment. I didn't lose a sticker. But you can't convince a woman she did her job wrong.
No.
That she would have to concede that she forgot to give me the sticker, which is not going to happen.
I'm
Whatever.
always.
We were for a little bit. I had a little phase. I had a little.
Yeah,
I had a
when
little
you learn the
depth to him.
Quran,
Well, I mean, I
yeah.
think we all go through the ISIS phase. Yeah, you start reading the Quran, and then you realize it's like got some good ideas in it, and then
Dude, speaking of this, I was talking to Nate Marshall and Lemaire, and about the sketch. I may have told you this. I have the sketch idea with Nate and Lemaire being black Israelites that are like bad black Israelites, and I think it's such a funny.
I've never
concept.
heard this idea.
Oh,
It
dude. A
A
sounds
white woman walks by
crazy.
and one of them's like, "Ooh," and they're like, "Brother."
Yeah, just that Lemaire being a black Israelite's so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's such a goofy guy.
They were down too. I was pitching it to him. They were laughing. I was like, "This is great. Let's do it." I was like, "Let's do it tomorrow."
Yeah.
I play Overwatch with Lemaire all the time now.
He's the
Really?
man, dude.
Yeah, he's
Is he
hilarious.
is he good at Overwatch?
Dude, I didn't realize how much of a dork he was.
Oh, dude, he's such a dork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in like the best way.
Yeah, is he
No, he's
nasty at
very
Overwatch?
lovable. He's okay.
You know, it's interesting to me when I find out people are like insanely good at video games. Like Jake is like insanely nasty at Call of Duty.
He's pretty good, yeah.
I didn't know that he was like, I know he's got like a huge YouTube channel and stuff for
Yeah.
it, but I didn't realize like, oh, he's like filthy at it. Like I've seen some of his highlight videos. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I would get mad if I was playing against you.
Yeah.
But I'm friends with you because you're a lovable guy.
Yeah, because you don't have to have content about something you don't even have to be good at. Like I'm obviously in like the golf algorithm, and there are people who make like golf content who are like not great golfers.
But they're just good at there's a
They're
personality.
like good enough, and they'll be a personality. I mean, there are people who like one of the biggest like YouTube golf channels is Bob Does Sports, and it's 3 guys, and 2 of them are like really bad golf. Like they're awful. but they're like famous for golfing.
Yeah, it's just the part of the experience.
And then one of them is good. One of them is like a scratch golfer.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the podcast.
Huh?
That's the podcast setup. What we do.
Yeah, you guys are like, you guys would be bad, and I'm the good one.
Yeah.
I'll go golfing. I don't have clubs.
I know. I have some extra clubs.
Do you think you'd be good enough to make like carry the weight of that the channel if we did golf content? That'd be a good niche.
Yeah, everyone. Like, I think if we if right now, if we rebranded again, and we were just gonna do a golf channel, I think that we would be entertaining enough to watch. My take, and I don't mean this offensively because golf is really hard, and if you've never done it, I think you would be so bad initially that it would be hard to watch.
Really?
Because I don't think you would be. Yeah, I really.
I've never swung a golf club.
Exactly. Yeah. That's like.
And I'm not necessarily coordinated.
No, you're athletic in a explosive, like fit way, whereas like some people are athletic in like a dexterous, I'm good on my
things.
I've always been like very like good with like finesse, touch, stuff like that. Whereas like some people are just like brutes, kind of. You know.
I can, I had a really good, I was really good at box jumps.
Yeah, like that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I used to be able to stack the big one, I don't even remember what is it, 40 inches, and then put the half one on and do like a really nasty.
That's crazy.
When I was in football.
That's
I also have crazy thighs. I have big legs.
Yeah, you have a fat ass too.
I have naturally big legs, which, I wish I would have.
I was talking about your ass yesterday with the boys, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were talking about man ass, and I was like, dude, Josh has a fucking
dump. It's fun. I take pride in it now. I used to be like in neutral about it, but now I like if people don't talk about my ass, I get offended.
I said Josh, like you could, if you took a picture of Josh's ass, and there was no other context in the picture, you could trick anybody into being like, that's.
If you didn't see my giant RuneScape,
What I don't like is when your ass comes up in conversation and we're in public and you have like baggy jeans on. I'm like, no, I swear to God, it's fucking it's juicy.
I had
plump.
to stop wearing tight jeans because
It was distracting.
It just
because of that one time you got roasted by an entire crowd in Tampa.
I got roasted by the gay crowd in Tampa. They ate me alive,
bro.
Yeah,
that was one.
They didn't
of
like me either.
Yeah,
I was wearing a champion hoodie, and they were like, "In a champion hoodie."
Yeah, well, we were just
they were the worst.
Shouldn't have. We just shouldn't have fucking
done that.
I'm happy I did it. I got. I mean, it was.
Yeah,
I didn't have
you.
a fun set, but
It was good for you because you got paid. You
guys got paid, just not
50,
a lot.
We got $50 to get fucking obliterated, get humiliated.
But then you guys got a bunch of free drinks after.
So many, yes.
You guys got paid more. Those drinks were probably so expensive.
We got about
you
the
got
same.
more. Yeah, you got more in drinks than you got paid actual money.
So many gigs are just being humiliated in front of rich people. There's so many gigs that are
that was one, and those were people were not even corporate. Like real rich people.
No,
they were like
fake bougie.
They were like ones who want to be fake bougie, so they go to like a fancy hotel to see a comedy show, but they're not like real money.
They make $100K a year, which is like a lot, but it's not it's not like the lifestyle that they want to act like they have.
It was a crowd full of middle managers.
Wanting
to look like CEOs.
Yeah, 100%.
It was, and even the manager of the hotel himself was that vibe too.
Yeah,
he's like, I throw parties here.
Yeah, he's like, we get like 1,000 reservations for the parties we throw here, and I'm like, why are there 40 people at the comedy show?
Yeah, he's like,
how about that?
We'll have 1,000 people come. The Buccaneers come. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers come a lot. We have a lot of them come, and it's like he's like, we're trying to get Tom Brady. He told me he was trying to get Tom Brady to come, and I'm like, I went, hey. Maybe get a nicer crowd.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what really stunk was getting roasted by gay guys for 10 minutes from my fans, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah, that sucked. I was actually retelling that story the other day.
So funny. I was just like, well, yeah, now I can't wear these pants ever again.
Is that what made you stop?
I don't wear them anymore.
Yeah.
And
that's all corporate gigs too.
I think here's the thing. When people are mean in life and in general, not specifically just comedy, but when people are mean to you, there is something that you are doing wrong. I think that 1,000%.
I will say this. I don't like the way they approached it. I'm glad you stopped wearing those jeans, though. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that they were. You can't always take one person's opinion on stuff. Like, I tucked my T-shirt in recently. It's gotten a lot of mixed reviews. Some people,
Please stop.
Some people like you're like,
That shit
please stop.
sucks.
You guys are like, please stop. But then like women and gay guys are like, it's a good look. You look good. So it's hard to, how do you value that? Right? It's like, do I want women? No. Listen, do I want women and gay guys to think I look good? Or do I want somebody who got shamed out of wearing ripped jeans to think I looked good?
Here's the thing.
It's tough.
Here's the thing. I'm not judging you based on how you, like, if you look good or not.
Exactly.
I see a picture of you with your shirt tucked in. I'm like, the fuck are you doing?
That's my thought
Yeah.
was. My thought was, come on, dude.
What are you doing?
The first time I tucked it in,
That's your gene. That's
I've only done. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. What's your
No,
ripped
it's
jeans
not.
then?
I don't think I have a ripped jeans right now.
Pink sweatpants.
Yeah.
Pink
I
sweatpants
think
were your
tucked
ripped
in
jeans.
is. I think tucked in is kind of up there, dude.
No, but see, here's the thing,
You
and
just don't
this is
view it
gonna
the same because you've gotten compliments on. I've gotten compliments on the ripped jeans too, for the record. Just
yeah, in 2006.
no, tucking your shirt in isn't it? It's not rad.
The reason I did the tuck shirt the first time, like the clip I posted, was because I had that shirt on and it objectively is too long. I look like one of them franchise boys in that shirt. Like but I was already out. I didn't have time to change. And the girl I was with was like, try tucking it in. And she was like, that looks better than how long it is.
Right.
So I just did that. And then I was like, and then I talked to another friend and I was like, I might do this. And they were like, yeah, do it. And I did it. And then, like I said, mixed reviews. But you're right. I mean, I don't have an objective view of myself. I'm very biased towards myself.
yeah, of course. Everybody.
I have mixed feelings on the tuck. I don't know if I'll bring it back or not. We'll see.
I prefer if you did it not with that outfit specifically. I think it's what it was. I think it's the NASCAR shirt with it. It kind of throws it
It's
off.
not a NASCAR shirt. It's a basketball shirt. But
What was
it does have similar vibes. It's an NCAA Final Four 1992 shirt.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
objectively a sick shirt.
You know what it is?
But
It's the vintage shirt with it tucked in. It's like, I'm one of these guys.
It was
That's
very.
what
It was
that's-
very. Somebody looked at it and like at the video where they knew I was in New York and they were like, "You let those Brooklyn guys get."
That's
to you,
what it
didn't
is.
they?"
That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, but see, that's the thing though. It's
Get
just like
cowboy boots. And
it's
get
just
a
we're just
fucking-
grappling with who I am and who you guys are and who I might or may not be. Like a thing of like sometimes I do have the vibe where I'm like, I want to be trendy and look cute. And that's just gay of me. And I
Yeah,
know
it is
that's
gay.
gay of
It's
me.
gay.
But some people are like, that looks really good. And then you guys are like, wear jeans and a t-shirt like a man.
To be fair,
So it's hard because it's
Yeah.
like, who am I?
I'm
We
not a
don't know.
fashionista by any means.
I'm
by
still
the-
figuring it out, you know?
I don't. Here's okay.
I wear plain black t-shirts
If we
and
want
jeans
to
every night.
same,
So.
if you want to be,
I think
if
this
you
is-
want to
this is a
be
big shirt for me.
real,
It's good.
if you want to be real, I love you, and I think
I
you're
already know I'm going to hate whatever
no,
he
no, no,
says.
and I think you're a very good comic. I don't like it when comics try to have a look or look cool. I'm not saying you need to be schlubby and have your collar fucked up and that kind of thing. You don't
No,
have to
I
be
know.
Louis. But I don't like a comic, especially a comic that I think is a good comic. You are a good comic. You don't need to have a look. You don't need anything that's distracting. I hate like an LA comic that I might, not that you're an LA comic, but
No.
I might think is like, I like that guy as a comedian. I think he's good.
And he's got a designer
But he's
jacket
got
on.
designer jackets on and he's doing, it's like, I don't like
I get
that.
it. I get it.
If you're going on a date, dress cute. If you're going on stage, don't have a look.
But the thing is, I wasn't even going for, like, it's not like this is my look now. I'm trying to look cool. Also, it's like,
Nothing's worse
I
than
do
a
agree with
commik
what you're
trying to be
saying.
cool because comedy isn't
Yes,
inherently
yes.
cool.
but
But being good at comedy is
the
cool.
act of tucking a t-shirt in, like, this guy's trying really hard.
Buddy,
you know what I mean?
You know you're more than a tucked in t-shirt. You got a mustache. You got the hat. It's the whole
the
thing.
hat. I can't wear a hat.
It's the accoutrement of the whole
I
fucking
can't
thing.
Use a word I don't know.
You're telling
I
me
don't know
I
what that
can't
word
I
means.
can't wear a hat now?
It's not the hat. It's all of it. It creates a package.
Crazy.
If
I
you
agree.
just
Okay,
if you
okay.
just wore a hat with a black tee and jeans, I don't care. It's the hat, the mustache, vintage shirt tucked in. That it's the whole thing.
The
If
vintage shirt is actually the point that all of those things combined.
all of those
I get
things
what you're
combined, you're
it's
going
a loadout.
for
It's
you're
a loadout.
it's a loadout. It's a loadout.
It's a loadout, dude.
Pick your perk package, motherfucker.
It's my
it's the
loadout?
whole thing.
Okay.
If it was one of those things, it's not a whole thing. It's the whole. You're trying to create a look, and that's fine when you're going out on dates and trying to be cute and doing whatever.
Okay.
But when you're on stage, don't have a look. Just be a good comic, which you are. And I've told you this because you've told me once that you thought about it, about getting a fucking like dagger or some
Oh
shit
no,
on your head.
that was like a fleeting thought. It
was a fleeting thought.
It was one of those moments where when you want to get like a throat tattoo and you're like, God, that would be cool, but you're never gonna do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you told me that, and I was like, and it's the same thing where it's like, I'm strictly talking about comedy. I'm not talking about off stage, any of that. In comedy, if you walk on stage and you had a dagger here,
like,
if I didn't know you, you start lower for me.
I know.
You walk up there. If I didn't know who you were, if I was visiting from out of town and we were booked on a show together, and you walked up there the way you normally are, no tattoo on your head, whatever, I'd be like, all right, let's see what this guy is. If you had that, I'd go, this guy better be fucking good.
You know, but the equalizer of it all is that I go on stage and I'm still funny.
Of course.
Which is the beautiful thing about comedy.
Yes. But you start with like a if you have something like that at a, we'll see.
Well, this is actually why I never like explaining this, because people all the time go, why don't you have tattoos on your arms?
Yeah, I do this.
I go, that is literally why. Is like, I come on stage. I hate this part too, but it's like, I have a look, I'm tall, I got a mustache, and I've got tattoos all over. It's like, oh, this guy thinks he's cool. And then like I said, the equalizer is, if you're funny, it doesn't matter.
Funny, yeah.
This is
If
like
you're
the
funny,
disagreement we have with like shorts. I don't think shorts on stage is like a thing you should do all the time, but like what always will be the equalizer of like, this guy wore shorts tonight, is if you are funny, you're funny no matter what.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do get what you're saying though. And that's why I don't have tattoos all over my arms, is I don't want to start at a lower rung because people go, here's this cool guy with
this
tattoos
guy thinks
all
he's
over.
cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the guy who thinks he's cool, because then which you're good enough to do it, but you have to dig yourself out of that.
Right.
Whereas if you start neutral, people are like, let's see what this guy's all about. Whereas if you start like, oh, this guy thinks he's cool, you start at a lower. That's why I don't wear fucking pink sweatpants
Yeah. Anymore.
Yeah. Because I had to dig myself out of a hole, which I did. But it was like, having a look isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Going up there with like pink Nikes and whatever, it was like, oh, this guy thinks he's cool. And
Pink Nikes, pink sweatpants, Dwayne Wade t-shirt.
Yes. And you can't.
What
look
about
like
the
that.
mint green champion jumpsuit you had too?
I still wear that, but I
No,
don't
I
wear
know
it on
it's
stage.
cool. No, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I thought that's the same. It's not the same anymore because I'm not as into it or whatever. But when I was like, when I was like 185, 190, when I was like working out all the time, it's also the same reason I stopped wearing tight shirts, because it was douchey when I would like grab the mic. Like when we first started doing the tour, there's photos of the and it's like, it looks like I'm purposely flexing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It was just that I was.
Your shirts are very tight.
My shirts were tight, and
You
I
had
was
bigger
holding the mic
arms.
close, and my bicep naturally did that. But I'm like, there was a photo that I had, and it was me talking like this, kind of like hunched over, doing a thing.
And it looks like
I'm pushing my arm out as big as I can be, and I was like, oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
I don't think for the record, this is my through line with all of it. If you're comfortable in it, do it. Do whatever you can. I don't care what you do.
Do whatever you want. That was just my thoughts of, I think personally, if you have a look or whatever, and you are a good comic, you're doing yourself a disservice to a crowd who doesn't know you. Is my point.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that as well. I just, I mean, the end thing with all of it is that do what you're gonna do. Who cares?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, do whatever you want.
I'll tell you. I'm just saying I wasn't a fan of it. Is all I was getting at. It's the same way that I shouldn't wear tight jeans with rips in them.
Yeah.
And I could still go out and do it and go, you know what? I feel confident doing it. For the record, I spent $60 on those jeans. I like those fucking jeans.
But you don't wear them anymore.
But I don't, because I got told.
Yeah,
not to. I got told not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
By
also-
the crowd, or did you get told by others too?
No, just the crowd.
But also, that's a
Yeah.
part of life where you buy a piece of clothing and you wear it for a couple of years and then you don't wear it anymore.
Dude, I mean, the phases
life.
I go through with clothes, it's like I got those pair of cargo pants that I really like. I haven't worn my black jeans since I bought those pants.
I'm exclusively cargo pants. At
yeah,
this
and
point.
it's like, and then like I wore black jeans probably every night out since I moved here for like 6 months.
I like the black jeans.
I still will wear the
Great,
black jeans,
yeah.
but I'm just in a phase where I'm like, I like the cargo pants.
Yeah,
And so
me
I
too.
wear those.
I have like 3 pairs of cargo pants. I have like light blue ones.
When it comes down to it, we make fun of women for things and like, oh, this, but like men we're the same way where it's like, I like the way I look in these cargo pants. Like we're all we all just kind of want to look good. But with comedy, you do have to be like relatively mindful.
I just want to look clean and neutral.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to look clean and neutral.
I just don't want, my biggest thing is I just don't want you to be able to see my tits through my fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Me
I got
too.
fat nipples, dude.
You do look better in these oversized shirts.
That's why I've been
you do.
doing it.
Than the
'cause I
tight,
bought
like the tight, like death row shirt you used to wear.
Oh,
where it
crazy.
was like so
Dude,
tight.
I have a clip from when I really want to post it. It's a great crowd interaction. I went through and I was like looking through old stuff. I was like, oh, this is very funny. I think I could post it now and it would do well. And I refused to do it because in the video, I've got a fresh fade with my Dominican beard. Do you remember that?
I remember.
And I had
yeah.
my fucking death row, and I had a death row t-shirt on and those jeans on. And I went, can't post it.
Nah, if it's funny, post it.
No, I will not.
If it's funny, post it.
I refuse to. I'd rather have no clip. I would rather have no clip than that clip get 300 likes and me go,
Yeah.
I look like fucking nuts here.
I mean, if it flops, you just archive it. Who cares?
No, I'm not posting it.
You know what they say though? In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told.
Somewhere
far along this road,
He joined the
lost his soul.
Patreon. He joined
And he
the
gave us some
Patreon.
money.
Money, probably wrong pod on
Patreon.
Patreon. Patreon.com/probably wrong
Thank
pod.
you,
Go
guys.
over there and listen to our fucking episodes. We got over 180,000 episodes over there. So go over there.
They do.
Give us your money. Thank you guys so much for checking it out.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.